In the beginning of the 4th issue, we see that Kyle manages to dodge out of the way of the bus, but is understandably upset at Jessica, screaming at her and making her cry and take off. After what happened to Kyle, Jessica is expelled from school for being a danger to the other kids. While Jessica's dad tries to be understanding and empathetic to Jessica, her mom is the exact opposite, constantly mad and yelling at Jess. Later, when she's alone in her room, the old woman still taunts Jessica, causing her to scream. Jessica's dad comes in and calms her down as much as he can, but ultimately he recommends that she gives Katie a call, since Katie often makes her feel better. Jessica then calls Katie, who is more than happy to hear from her, and they decide to meet up. Later that night, they meet up in the woods and reconnect, eventually sharing their very first kiss together. However, during the kiss, Jessica suddenly sees the old woman standing there kissing her back instead of Katie. So she pulls out the knife that she brought for protection and stabs the old woman repeatedly. Unfortunately, after the deed is done, Jessica's vision clears and she sees that it's actually Katie that she's stabbed to death. This is what ties directly into The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Now we see why Katie was stabbed so many times in the woods. In issue number 5, as Jessica cries, Katie's body somehow and inhumanely snaps at weird places while she stands back up and starts chasing Jessica to the edge of the quarry-side cliff. The Katie corpse taunts Jessica more and more by saying horrible things about her and Katie. Jessica tries fighting back verbally, recalling the story of when she met Katie and how their friendship developed from there. But the witch-possessed Katie's words cut too deep, so Jessica gives in and steps off the cliff, falling into the water below, giving the old woman exactly what she wants. Because back in her lair, the witch once again sacrifices a goat and completes the ritual to finish the sacrifice of the lover. Immediately afterwards, she turns her sights towards a picture of, quote-unquote, the child, who is obviously the little boy with glasses from the 3rd film. So that's it. That's the main story for The Conjuring the Lover and how it ties in to the actual film, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Personally, I think that this is worth having if you're a fan of the Conjuring franchise, just so you have the whole story. Now I know why and how Katie was killed in the woods, even though we never really got those answers fully in the movie itself. So make sure you like this TikTok if you want to see part 2, where I discuss all of the tales from the artifact room from these issues.